A podcast on a snare day?
On a snow day, because I risk life and limb.
Someone said we talk too fast. They said I typically listen to podcasts at 1.5, but you two talk so fast, I have to listen to them at regular speed.
So are you saying we need should slow down?
To slow down.
But you see how we're like now Debbie Downers?
Yeah, it sounds like a bad vibe. I want an upper. I want a high.
Guys, I wasn't going to do the podcast today because it is a snow day here in Northern Virginia, but my husband so kindly cleared off the car.
So like Iowans right now are like, what do you call that? Yeah, there's barely 2 inches on the ground. It's frozen the DC area to a halt.
Schools are all canceled though.
OPM canceled at 10:30 last night. The Operations Office of Professional Management.
Oh, okay.
Which is the government. Which is your IRS bills delayed by that. So this is today's podcast. Do you want to do a quick intro? 1, 2, 3, the sound? Now, would you like to do a quick intro of what this is?
Welcome to the Baking It Down.
Slowly.
Welcome to the Baking It Down
podcast.
Welcome to the Baking It Down podcast. We are Corey and Heather Miracle. We actually run a group on Facebook called Sugar Cookie Marketing Parentheses Group. I don't know what it's called. It's a Baking It Down group. There's no Baking It Down group. What we do is we see things that are hot topics in the group and bring them to the podcast. So while you're decorating or snow shoveling, depending where you are, you can listen to these sweet, high-pitched, and fast voices.
I'm more of a let the weather melt itself type approach to the driveway.
I'm more of a, I hope you have liability insurance when you are delivering your package.
So today's podcast, we wanted to talk about a question we see often, giveaways 101.
Giveaways have been around since the beginning of time.
Thank you. Was a wee gleam in my mom's eye when the
Pretty
first
sure the apple on the tree of Good and Evil was a giveaway.
Would you like to win a free apple? You'll just know everything. So what, by definition in the cookie world, is a giveaway to you?
Giveaway is where you give something away.
Very nice. That's my same definition. So when we see giveaways, people have questions often, what should I give away? How should I give it away? And this kind of newer question is, what words can I use? So let's start at the beginning of things to know when conducting a giveaway. Well, let's even go further. Why would you do a giveaway?
So giveaways are great for one, getting your name out there, especially if you're newer to business or newer to the area. Maybe you just moved or something like that.
They're like a quick shot. It's like a shot to the blood vessel of reach. If you're like, hey, I need a resuscitate. Let's just do a giveaway.
I know.
It's not quality.
It's not.
It's quantity.
We're just trying to get eyes and bodies on the base.
So Corey and I are trying to resuscitate this group, this local group. Yeah. We started with a giveaway. And the danger is how you get them is how you keep them. However, it is a great way to infuse energy back into a page or group.
Yeah.
You can't do it every day. You can't do it all the time. But it is something to keep in your back pocket to do maybe quarterly.
Once every so often. So you're not associated with, they give away free stuff only. Just stick around till they post the free stuff.
Right.
That we don't want.
So when I would think, hey, I want to give away a product or a service, I would do it if the page has started to atrophy a bit. If engagement is low, if we're in this lull time, this is a lull time for cookie jars.
If your product, like if you're doing a pre-sale and you're not getting a lot of reach on there, that's a great way to...
So the guarantee about giving away something for free is that a lot of people want it. A lot of people don't want to spend any money. But you got to remember, how you get them is how you keep them. So always keep that in the back of your mind. But I do like giveaways to just kind of bring up engagement a bit. And then pocket them again and start doing your normal sales.
I like to covertly do giveaways as like, I'm testing a new product.
Great. That's a good one. Back to that. What is the goal of the giveaway? What's the KPI, the key performance indicator of this giveaway? It could be page growth.
There's so many things.
It could be engagement.
It could be engagement. It could be more sales on your pre-sale. Getting your name out there is a big one.
Getting your name. I'm going to say that's a primary one. Making sales from a giveaway post is actually the least of them because technically a giveaway is free.
Yeah.
So monetizing, converting them to a sales post is a little bit harder.
What I like to do with my little giveaways is you're more likely to be comfortable asking for custom cookies like at a later date if you've ever had the pleasure of communicating with me through
opening the first door.
Yes. Little crackly crack.
Okay. Can I do a quick aside? Yesterday, every Monday for years, we have a quick phone call, me and Corey. Corey. And yesterday,
I follow
so it's
OPM
10:30.
guidelines.
It's 10:30. I call Corey at 10:31. Usually at 10:30, if I don't call at 10:30, I get a text that you dead. No, call at 10:31 because I'm still getting the paperwork together. So I call, no answer. Call at 10:35. Just thinking, sometimes you never know if the call doesn't go through. So you got to do the secondary. Nothing at 10:35. So 10:45, call again, nothing. I text your son, hey Arch, your mom alive? Nothing. Text your husband at 12, nothing. Call you again at 12:10, nothing.
No, that was, wait, you're making it
Okay, I called Archer at 12. I called Archer at noon. But the call was at 10:30. An hour and a half has passed. I text Archer. I call him. I'm halfway thinking I need a wellness check. So I call Archer. Hello? I said, buddy, I texted you an hour ago. What's going on? I'm asleep. Okay, could you go, this is honestly what's in my head. Could you go see where your mom is? Her door's closed. And I said, oh no, she's dead. He said, do you want me to go? And I said, absolutely not. Let's just knock. And then I hear, I said, no, don't open it. You'll be in therapy for years.
Listen, if
she was asleep, Corey was asleep at noon.
No, I was asleep at 11:30. 11:30. I was like, you know what? I said, you know what? Kids don't have school on Monday. And I said, I'm not wearing my Apple Watch. Apple Watch will wake you up when it thinks you maybe have passed away. Or if I let someone circumvent my do not disturb, which is you and Nate.
Well, I didn't get
so I was like, I ain't gonna wear the watch. She's going. I told her I will be sleeping in.
There was no communication about that.
Listen, guys, if you have children, you understand the sleep-in days are rare and few and far between.
Everyone, please weigh in. When was the last time you saw 11:30 in the back of your eyes?
I will say that was astonishing for me as well.
Anyways, back to the door creaking of your page. Let's say you want to wake it up and you think it's dead. This is what you do. So let's go to the first point. That's why we'd run them. Here's things to know when you run them. Be careful on posting to your page. It's this new script that runs. I try to tell my grandmother, it's a hacker isn't a guy behind a computer. It's a script running that does not care that you have a pulse at all.
Right.
When you use a keyword and it's variable.
It's a few keywords.
Giveaway, free, winner, free, contest. I think those kind of, that gamut of keywords, when you use that, it triggers a script that will immediately duplicate your page. Ask me how I know.
Duplicate it, not the name is identical in the profile photo.
So the script runs, it creates a duplicate of the page, it saves your cover photo and your profile image, and then the script runs to comment on every comment on your giveaway post, telling people, please DM me.
It says, congratulations, you won. DM
it harnesses the human condition. That's psychology of I won, claim your prize. When they go to claim the prize, it asks them for their billing and banking information. No.
Absolutely.
So
but here's the problem is people are more likely to fall for the scam because maybe they know you in real life.
To be honest, it's hard to tell the difference. It looks like the page.
And unfortunately, after you've done this a few times, now there's so many pages that look like yours. How can someone tag you?
And they're really hard to get rid of. Also ask me how I know. So people say, well, then if I'm hosting a giveaway and I can't use the word giveaway, what can I do? What you can do, this is crazy, you can put dashes in between the word giveaway. So it would be G-I-V, and it's long. Or you can add just spacing between the word giveaway, or you can put the caption in the image, not in the caption. So the key here is having giveaway in the written caption. The keyword is triggering the scam.
It's almost like it can't read photos. So if you put in your photo the word giveaway, you can do it in Canva.
So then your copy would have to dance around that word. So we're doing, hey, enter to, and then
I would say, do you like cookies? Get some on the house.
And then have the image do the explaining. So something to keep to know there. Something you can also do, which doesn't actually fit well with this, is you can limit people who can comment to somebody who's liked your page in the last 24 hours or longer, which means that immediate spam you've dissuaded. But if we're trying to grow the page, it's not necessarily what we'd want. So just keep in mind that's an option. It's not an ideal option.
It's annoying to get rid of those pages. Do we still have the fake one from when you did it?
I try not to pay attention to it sometimes.
Well, Heather did it. What
giveaway Nutrimil. The new Nutrimil thing that you love.
I do love that.
Do we have a bunch of fake ones?
Let me look.
Quickie.
Pages. Nope.
They're gone?
Cleared out.
So we had, I accidentally did that. We did a giveaway for the Nutrimil. Didn't catch it in time. Triggered the scam. I even thought I danced around the words enough, but one of the words I'd used, whatever it was, and then it started contacting people. I think it got to 2 people before we deleted the whole post, which was embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then it took weeks to get these pages deleted.
weeks.
So just
weeks
don't even make the mistake. Yeah. And then you got people actually upset in your comments because they did give their information away.
I know.
Make terms and conditions included in the giveaway post. Now, this was your point. Explain.
The problem with giveaways is if you're doing a free custom dozen, that's so broad. And what if they cash in at the busiest time of the year in December?
What if they never cash in? And you got this floating giveaway.
And then you always in the back of your mind, like, I hope they don't order this week. I'm booked.
So you can put terms and conditions in the giveaway post, or you can send them to the winner at the time of choosing. But they have to be delivered at the beginning.
Yeah, what you don't want to do is them win, and then they go to take you up on it for their kid's birthday, and you're like, yeah, I'm booked for that day.
Yeah, so you need to put all your terms and conditions kind of there. I think it would be a lot to have it in the original post. It would be
I would say
heavy.
Send it to the winner when the time comes.
So, hey, here's what you won, and here's the stipulations with it. And that way it's communicated. What you don't want to do and what you almost can't do is add stipulations after 5 months. Like when they're ready to place your order and you're like, no, I'm busy. I don't want your order. Your order's not making me any money, so I'm not going to take it. So you want to put that ahead of time. If you want to put a limit of 3 months to use it, great, because we're entering the cookie kind of lull. So force them to use it now when you have a slow time.
But if you have no expiration date, then you leave yourself open that maybe in a year or two they're going to take
what's happened. I've seen that cookiers who are doing this part-time end up closing shop, going back to maybe a day job, and someone's like, well, have this credit, and it doesn't expire. People, when they're forced to look at the terms and conditions, they'll pull them up and say, you don't have this written here, so I get to use it. And then you're either forced to either give them the monetary equivalent. And that's with your terms and conditions. I tell them what the monetary equivalent is.
Yeah, so you would be like, my basic tier up to a certain amount of money. If you're just like, you want a custom dozen, prepare yourself. They're going to
gold filigree.
Complicated.
So what you can say is the value of this coupon, now that you've won it, is let's say it's $35. My highest tier is $65. We can apply that as a credit towards that. Or you can go for my lower tier option here.
You don't want to kick yourself for not giving enough detail.
It is weird though.
It'll make it where you are now opposing sides to this person who should be your biggest advocate because they won.
So that is a great one. So include that. If it were me, I would include it when you announce the winner, and I would email it to. I'd email it to him because I like having copy in my inbox. We have entering be an easy process. Now, some people, you guys are like, must travel to the moon and back, turn around 3 times, say there's no place like home 5 times, and call your mom to enter to win. Please post a screenshot of this in the comments.
Go to a public restroom, drop a light, say Bloody Mary 3 times.
Take a picture of the lunar landing. Post a picture. That is the more complicated you make the entrance, it's the least reach you'll have. Now, this is what your marketing brain is on, your marketing hat is on. You're going to say, no, I'm not going to make them travel to the moon. But what I'm going to make them do is share this to their personal page, tag 3 people, call their mom.
If you share it to their stories, they get additional 22 entries.
And if you share this in an email to your business, this is an additional 2 entries. There's no way to tabulate that without making it extremely difficult. Plus, that's just a lot. I don't like spamming my own friends.
I don't.
When people spam me to enter in contests, I immediately unfriend them.
I do.
So sorry. You don't like me? You like winning free stuff. I feel like sometimes when people don't know me really well but friend me on Facebook, then use me to enter the contest, I'm like, oh, I was your contest entry friend. This is why you try.
I have these people on Instagram who will use me. They won't comment on one thing in post, but God forbid they do not pass
Sugar Cookie Marketing _ you're in. So here's what I would do. And you're going to think, well, Heather and Corey, you said to increase engagement, asking them to share is increasing engagement. You're asking them to spam, let's be honest. And it's increasing engagement in an annoying way. What I always encourage, this is my favorite way, is comment below. Or comment and tag somebody and you both win. Both win
versus just tagging some random poor person who thinks you care about them.
I don't. We're both winning. Because odds are, let's be honest, you're not going to win. I mean, if 100 people are entering, the odds of you winning is 1%, right? But you're tagging somebody else and now you're annoying somebody for a 1% chance. That I would be offended.
Which is better than a 0.
Yes, I'd almost rather than 0. So make entering exponentially easy and just do them more frequently. If you're like, the easier you make the entry questions, actually the higher the engagement will be because it's so easy to enter.
Here's a strategy you can do. For every person that comments, and you don't make them share or do whatever that, comment back to them. You can have a conversation. They're not going to be like, oh, are you commenting? Because I won. No, you can comment on whatever they're saying. Like, I like to ask a question, like picture of your dog.
Comment to enter is answering a question, like a prompt. That's a good one.
Picture of your dog, and then we can have a conversation about your dog.
Right. Because again, that's a better way to a manufacturer engagement than forcing people to tag. Also, that is considered engagement baiting as well, forcing somebody to tag to enter something. And I don't know that Facebook loves it.
I don't.
But asking them to comment and then carry on the conversation, I think falls more in line with the community that Facebook's trying to grow, and it rewards that with range.
And instead of people just being a number in this giveaway, you're investing with comments to these people.
Like Corey said, she'd be more apt to buy something from somebody she already had a communicative relationship with. We have the graphic include the prize. Back again to that copy. It is so frustrating.
And it's always changing. So it's really hard to be like, these 4 words. Because they're getting smart, just like you see the scams going around where it says guest 4562 has messaged you.
Guest 7772 has been in my inbox all weekend. But yeah, so I know that we can say whatever kind of hints around to entering a contest is going to trigger those scripts, but we're not sure exactly what it is. Contest, winner, giveaway. Giveaway, I'm positive.
Yeah.
That's me, I don't know. Nutrimil. Don't use that. Short duration. So keep the duration of the giveaway. You may think, okay, marketing sense here. The longer you keep this open, the more people can enter. But what you're going to find is that people lose the energy of winning.
Then they lose the interest in it. Like if you have a 2-week open giveaway, there's no FOMO.
Here's a great example of it. 2 years ago, we did Last Common Standing for the Vendy Blendy, and I left it open for 24 hours. And by the end of the 24th, people, like, their feelings were hurt. The energy had died, and then it turned malicious.
It turned into, like, anger and pessimism.
Last comment standing meant that any comment that didn't have a reply would potentially win this. So last year, I did Last Comment Standing, but I closed it in 2 hours, and the energy was really high. And people were like, thank you so much. It was so fun. It was so crazy.
Yeah, because then they could go about their life.
I know. So I would say have the duration. If you're doing it on a page giveaway, I would have it as low as 2 days.
Something
today would be even great. If I know I enter a contest and I could win it tonight,
yeah, so that I can be like, I'll double check
now
back.
The marketing mindset's like, the shorter you make this, the fewer people you reach. I think the energy will actually be higher because everyone says, I'll enter this today and I could win today as well.
You know, Wendy's
Swans.
Red hair,
absolutely
braided. Every time they open a new Wendy's, first 100 people.
Did you see the line at the Wendy's?
My mom, who doesn't eat at Wendy's, said I was going to go get in the line.
So it's really the shortest duration because within the first hour, it's come to 100 people.
Absolutely.
What did they get?
You get Wendy's for a year.
Free all of Wendy's?
Yeah, but it's like a little notebook thing.
Yeah.
Can I use my Wendy's
okay. Let's say,
hey. For the first 100 people. But
the first 100 people. So there's the energy, people lining up, counting the cars in front of them. But you lose that energy when you open. What if it was like, we'll pick randomly for the next 2 months?
Each day. Good win.
Yeah, right? So it's that hype. And that is kind of what you want to capture with marketing is there's a little bit of like, how far can we reach? But also how high can we keep that energy for a certain time?
How high can we go?
I don't know what this is. What is this from? It's from a kid's show?
No, I think it's a popular mainstream music song.
Darn it.
How low can you go? How low can you go?
Sign up for Corey's new traveling music tour.
That's all I know.
Okay, you have this one and things to know. Make it a valuable prize, aka not leftovers.
It's not your trash stuff. Things that didn't sell at the market.
That would be called a flash sale. So when you do the giveaway, you want to kind of highlight your best.
I love giveaways. I hate giveaways because I package them like they're a custom order.
Yeah, buddy.
Why? Because
that's
I want
marketing.
them to turn into a custom order.
If you think about the content, odds are the giveaway image is the giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Which means you probably already baked it, but okay. Quick turnaround time. And we want that graphic to reach as many people as possible. That is the goal of this. That is a marketing focus. But to not give away a high quality product means the least quality product you have is reaching the most people, and that's not good branding.
Not what we want. So when I do a giveaway, like I did some cake pop giveaways, and I didn't say it was a giveaway. I said I need some taste
Here's
testers.
My trash. Please go.
Need some. So they were the best ones of the batch. You got the worst.
Mine's have crackling in the dog.
But I packaged them as if they ordered an actual custom order. Did I lose out on that?
Absolutely. The whole thing is strategic marketing in the terms that you're losing money on it.
for sure.
In exchange. But here's the thing. You want to run an ad on Facebook, buddy? Cough up $100.
Yeah.
However you want to spend it, you're going to be spending money.
So I want them to have the experience, even though it is a giveaway, they're spending $0, that they have the best experience, because when you do go to make that custom order, I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, I got our broken leftover cookies over in the bottom of a freezer.
Yeah, like, we'll not be ordering it. We'll be entering a free contest though. Would you run a Facebook ad to a giveaway? I know my answer.
I would probably not.
I would not. Why?
I don't want that.
The riff-raff.
Yeah.
So what happens, Facebook's going to push this out.
It'll get comments and
It'll
stuff.
get cons. I'm not sure what kind.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that's the resuscitation we needed. We didn't want a cold audience. We wanted to rewarm our
I like
audience.
when it's to an audience that's already in there. I would run, how about this? I'd run it to people who already like my page.
Not even in their friends.
Not in their friends. Just to people who like my page, so I can rewarm you up, be back in your feed again, some brand recognition there.
That's very nice. I like it as a product release. That's a great idea to keep so it doesn't look like the giveaways like, did these not sell?
Yeah,
Rather,
like,
I'm introducing this and I want to hype you guys up.
Are these disgusting?
Yeah. Did these cake pops pop?
So one time I found another recipe online and I said, vote your favorite sugar cookie recipe. One was one I use all the time, and the one was I just found online. They got to eat both of them. Test it out. So they felt involved.
So you want to
winner.
do that as a giveaway, a taste tester giveaway?
I love it. Taste test. I need a.
You get two birds, one stone, really.
Yeah.
We have the next point: how to execute. So we covered why would you do it, things to know when you do it. So how to do it. Now I prefer, and I'm going to come in at the easiest possible entry questions known to man. So that's always going to be comment. Comment with a GIF if you want to make it even easier.
GIF.
It's a GIF.
GIF.
So, like you could say, comment with a GIF of your current mood.
Yeah, that's low buying.
Your celebrity crush. I saw that the other day.
I like when it's more personal, so I can get to know you a little bit better.
That's a comment. But if we want to go the lowest entry, the lowest engagement, you could do even like this post to entry.
Give me a little something.
I know. I'm telling you, if you want to make it easy, this is bottom of the barrel easy. Like, comment, react. Comment with a GIF. And then now we got the more valuable comment. So with the comment, you don't want yes or no. You want open-ended questions. So give me an example. Oh, we did this in the Facebook group, Corey's making me resuscitate. And it was, how long have you been married? So whatever the number is, you can
How long have you lived in the area? Was a
that
fantastic
one was a giveaway. That was what we did. And people love to give an explanation. And then whenever they comment, oh my goodness, was Wegmans there when you moved in? So then you can answer that.
And they love saying, been here since 88.
It was an hour apart one time. Comment with a tag. Both people, the tagger and taggee, win. So this is a hybrid of spamming people, but in a way that is less spammy.
Yes.
Still a rough one. I also don't like being entered that way. I'm less offended, though.
Yeah.
I'm less offended than the tag 3 to enter the win. The 3 get nothing but a notification. So I do like if you say, okay, comment 2 people. Oh, comment 1 person you think will like XYZ, and you both have the potential to win together.
That would be better.
But I still like comment and start an engaging post is the best. Here's the thing. Don't tell someone if you share this post with the privacy settings on Facebook, it's nearly impossible.
For you to be like, share this, like this, comment, and save. It's so hard to track who actually shares it. And you're going to start your little giveaway, and then you're like, come to the Sugar Cookie Maker group. How can I see who shared it? It says shared, but I can't see it.
So let's say you see a share. Let's say a page post has 5 shares. You click on it, and you only see 2. Those people have their share settings set to public, meaning they wanted people to see, even they're not friends, what they shared.
And you can't see a share of a share.
Now you may be saying, but I can see this person's share. Are you friends with them? Because if you're friends with them, they likely had the share setting set to friends or friends of friends. So even a proxy
it can
share.
get too far out where the share of the share.
And what are you going to sit down and track that all
It'd
down?
be like, please take a photo of the share.
Take a screenshot of your share. Now you've got people having how many hoops?
We got homework.
I got to go share this. I got a screenshot that I shared it. I got to return back to the thread that I shared it. So I'm going to say if this is an engagement thing, that's not an ideal way to get engagement. It makes it too complicated.
The problem is a lot of people hang so many hats on a giveaway. They want it not only to make them more sales, they want them to have it more reach, more page likes, more followers. That you have got to have a goal with your giveaway, and the goal is going to determine what you need to do as far as stipulations go.
But always think the human water likes the path of least resistance. So do Facebook giveaways.
We as humans like to drink water.
Would you run a giveaway on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok is too broad.
Okay, now
Instagram, if you have made your audience the right audience.
So whichever is your primary.
Yeah. So Facebook probably is most people have done it geared toward the correct.
That's where that script runs. I don't think that script, the scam script where they dupe the page, runs on Instagram. So. Okay, we have ways, other options, invite to groups. So now when somebody invites somebody to a group, it tells you as a group admin that this person was invited by this. Now you got to do a little pen and paper, right? So you're going to copy and paste it. It's not like you can export who's inviting the most. So a little bit of investment, great way to grow a group.
That's how I grew that little community group. I was like, $50 gift card to nothing but cakes for the person who invites the most people. So I had a little pen and paper.
How long was the duration?
I think I did a week.
Kind of long.
Listen, we were coming from scratch.
So kind of think of what your goal is if you want to grow a group. Now, here's the caveat with groups. That giveaway scam doesn't run in private groups. It runs in public groups. But if your group is like a VIP group or a local community group set to private, running a giveaway using any of those buzzwords does not affect you negatively.
Yes.
We have... Now, here's another thing. So if that was to grow a group, you can grow your newsletter. This is actually what we ran for the Vendy Blendy. If you signed up for the newsletter, you had a potential to win like one of those 3D printers. And we saw exponential growth. How we get them is how we keep them. A lot. Growth and the growth. But how you get how you get them is how you keep them. So a lot of those people that signed up during the Vendy Blending want the free transfer sheets. Yeah. But they're numbers, right? So you got to cultivate them. But I will say that keep that in mind. That is always a caveat with giveaways. Is how you keep them. How you get them is how you keep them.
But email is the number one marketing source still currently.
So signing up to newsletter, it's easy to track that because you got all the people who signed up. You can see it. And then you can remarket to them, which is nice.
Honestly, if you ran a giveaway to grow your newsletter and you wanted to sell us, let's think Taylor Swift, friendship bracelet, 2 cookies in one. You choose a winner from those who sign up and then give the rest of the people 10% off of their in the same email.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. So everyone wins. That's a great, you know what? That's luck. So that's not a bad idea when you do email marketing. Otherwise, if you did that on Facebook, you'd be messaging so many people.
Yeah.
We have follow on Instagram. This was also what we did at the Vendy Blendy. It is a great way to get a lot of followers when your motive is to get them. Now, the caveat is that when I think of people who order from Cookiers, I don't think a lot of them are on Instagram.
It depends where your audience is. A lot of
but you wouldn't say on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. So you'd have to poach from your own Facebook audience or a group. But a group, we're on Facebook.
On Instagram, what they mostly do is comment the name of a baker who would also love to have.
So it's not going on Instagram.
I mean, you're commenting and then you
on
have to
Facebook
follow
or
Instagram. Comment, follow everyone in this post.
Yeah.
Like, how are you having 5 people in one giveaway?
I would keep the giveaway simple. I'd run 5 different giveaways before I included 5 different ways to enter in one. That jumping through hoops.
Here's the thing. It's because you can reach out to business and be like, would you donate something to my giveaway?
I know.
And now you're asking the world of your little followers.
Are these Cookiers that are doing this?
It's Cookiers to Cookiers.
So what are they giving away that somebody else donated? Cutters?
Packaging, cutters.
But these are shops that are selling the Cookiers.
Yeah, but it's a cookier is just trying to grow their numbers through the shops.
Okay, yeah, rough one. If you're a cookier selling locally, don't grow your audience with Cookiers. We are trying to grow our audience with you guys. Okay, so that's how to execute. Comment with a tag, and you both win. I like the comment to be a prompt. Comment with a tag. How do you know this person you think should win? Something. Shares don't work. Don't even try to track it. Invite to the group as the incentive. Sign up for the newsletter as a different incentive. Follow on Instagram. The tendency is people to shove those all 3 in one giveaway. That's a lot to do again. And I'll track it. No, you won't. It's really hard to do. So make it really simple and run multiple giveaways. Now we have what to give. And Corey poses this question, give what you want more of.
Yeah, so if you don't make cake pops, but you're learning them, but you want to make more custom cookie sales, don't give away the cake pop.
Yeah. What you're going to do is you're going to let people, the point of the giveaway is to reach more people. If you're giving away a cake pop, those people will be like, oh, this person makes cake pops.
Cake pops. So I will contact
But you might be thinking cake pops are cheaper to make.
Okay.
No, I have no clue.
You're saying,
but I'm saying it's that tendency to save money on the giveaway by giving something as a lower margin.
What I don't make is mini cookies. So my giveaway isn't going to consist of mini cookies because I don't make them.
Because you hate them.
because I feel like they take just as much work as a regular size.
A lot of colors. Because you got to make up for the size.
Yeah, and then they're tiny.
Yeah. And the detail work is pretty tiny.
Yeah, but then you can't charge as much.
The day Corey did an advent calendar, the only person, that was years ago, the only person who bought them was my sister.
It's about 3 of them.
And I had to wrap these little squares. That's why you see me not liking advent calendars that day.
I'm not a mini cookie person.
Yeah. So Corey's not going to give away mini cookies, even if she has them left over from an order, because she doesn't want to grow that side of the business. So if you're saying, well, I'm just learning macarons and I want to get rid of these, keep in mind that's what you're creating, the want for that.
Yeah, so you could say, like, I need taste testers, like, or my family doesn't. If you're trying to sell Taylor Swift friendship bracelets, that is your goal, then give that away.
So here's an example. Corey had donated a cookie class ticket to a local charity. That ticket ended up bringing in 1 custom order and 2 additional class tickets. And that was great because we wanted to grow our cookie classes. So we got the branding. Now, this is an in-person giveaway. I think it was an auction or something, a raffle. We got that part of our business growing, and it resulted in that business growing. So what you breed is what you get, right? You have pre-sale items.
Yeah, if you want to do pre-sale items, like your pre-sales aren't moving, give away pre-sales. It's going to get more eyes on your pre-sales. And if that's what you're trying to get more sales of, that's what you want to give away. If you're trying to give away a custom dozen, that's not going to provide you the benefits of what you need right now currently.
I agree with that one. So when was the last giveaway you were on?
I just gave some cake pops away on.
How did they enter?
You had to be the first person to comment.
The first person? Quite, that wasn't even a contest.
I had 14 of them. Lots of people won.
But the first person, only the first comment wins. I would not say that's what
No, I would say, if you commented, told me how many kids you got.
You just said the first person to comment.
Yeah, the first 8 people who commented got something.
Oh, I'm not asking how you rigged it. I'm asking what the giveaway was.
Cake pops.
No, how did they enter to get it?
They had a comment!
And what was the question?
Do you have taste testers? Taste test cake pops! Comment!
How many kids they had? And you just picked the first 8 people. That's not a contest. If you just pick them chronologically.
That's the last thing I did.
You were just a sloppy contest player. Okay, what was before that?
I'm trying to remember. I don't do them
I think you mostly do the taste test or have leftovers.
A lot of leftover things.
Not a bad way. So when do you think people should run contests? In their slow times or consistently, quarterly or monthly?
I would say I would run it in your slow times, that if you need a little bang for the buck. You don't want to run it in your busy times because now you're going to add more work for yourself.
Okay. That was, we're talking.
What?
I feel like I'm a rookie. I'm trying to
literally slapped my hand for my cake pop giveaway.
Yeah, because you
really did a taste tester. You got a tongue, you count. Comment below to learn my house.
I'm gentle Heather at Corey's Pulling Teeth Out. Let's move on to text. This is quite a long text. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, that's all I have.
Hello, ladies. This is Marsha with Siesta Cookie Company. I have a few questions. One, the easy one first. I noticed when Corey films decorating cookies, she's using 2 different bags, one for the outline, one for the flood. Are they the same consistency, just different sized holes, or are you making 2 consistencies?
I only do 1 consistency.
Okay.
2 different size holes.
Oh, really?
The reason why is you just need a little dam. That's not a curse word. You don't have to leave that out. A little icing gate to keep the icing on there. So if you want to look like you are as close as can be to the edge of the cookie, you will cut a tiny little hole. And that will just be, it'll dry super fast because it's so thin, but it will also stop the icing from going over the side. So what, kind
of act like hard or less or more stiff icing because it dries so quickly because it's so thin? Oh,
but it's so tiny and now so dry because it's so thin that it will hold the icing in.
What if you only made 1 consistency with a larger cut hole?
I do that, but it won't have as crisp a corner.
Great to know. So more detailed cookie cutout, smaller the hole.
If you want it to look like it's going to the edge and it's as crispity crunchy as it can be to the edge.
Number 2, I've been going through and listening to past podcast episodes. I was listening to number 72, and you talked about having 2 websites, one for customs and one for classes. I'm new. I just started the last third of 2023. I have a small following, 2 websites, Facebook and Instagram. Sounds like overkill for me, although I already own the domain name for classes. I can hardly keep up with the ones I have. I'm retired, so I'm not looking to make a ton of money. But yeah, no, just the one website. Corey's Bakery is her own. I am not affiliated with it other than making that cute branding. The cookie classes we teach together though. So I admin the cookie.
At the end of the day, there's one of you. There's 24 hours in a day and you have two hands. Mm-hmm. If it's easier for you to keep it under one roof, then absolutely keep it under one roof. Me and Heather have found that the audiences are a little bit different from those who order custom cookies for those who go to classes. So we've split them.
Yeah, but we're leaning back on search engine optimization, SEO, by a direct match keyword of sugar cookie classes, which has allowed people searching for cookie classes to find us. However, if it was just me and Corey wasn't involved and I was able to bake and run classes, I would keep them all under the same. It's just too hard to manage and grow both pages.
It's not like we're doing a ton to grow the classes.
Number 3, I am using my custom bakes for ordering now, which has its pluses and minuses. I'm thinking of having a website that directs my custom bakes for orders at some point. I can't utilize my custom or Square without my own site. What would be a viable workaround? Let me just read that one more time. I'm using my custom bakes for ordering now, which has its I'm thinking of having a website that directs to my custom bakes for orders at some point. Okay, so I think what we want to say is we're directing the domain to my custom bakes, which is a website. So domains being the www. Where the domain takes you is the website. So we would want to redirect our domain to my custom bakes at some point. I can't utilize without my own site. There's an acronym there that I don't know what it means. What would you do? So what I do is you have the domain and you have a My Custom Bake site. Point the domain at the My Custom Bake site through a 301 redirect. That's it. That's all you need to do. Whenever you want to unplug that, it's just deleting a record in your DNS. There you go. Fancy words. She's got 2 number 3s. I like how she snuck in. So third point is a number 4, but labeled number 3. I have noticed people seem to want me to hold their hands even though they think it's easy to follow the link. Would a job form or Google Doc help people more? That's a great question. So she's saying, should I use My Custom Bakes or should I use a form? Corey uses a job form. I haven't made our website yet. It forces people to convert. It's a single page website.
There's no way to get lost in a form like there is a way to get lost on a website.
There's not a real way to be upsold in a form like there is on a website. So the website's supposed to be like add the confidence that you're going to get. We're conditioned that websites mean I'm getting my order.
Yeah, like I can go and I can look at past reviews or I can see your current work.
So
a form, it's pretty much to the point.
Buy this right now.
You're filling out this form because you want to buy something.
Right. So whereas a website is kind of proof of purchase, you feel real confident. The form is like, you're going to get it maybe. Fill it out now. So you don't get to warm up. You don't get to upsell them or cross-sell them or cover even more things. Right now, it's very easy to do a job form. So if you have neither of those set up, I'm going to say start with a job form. Make it easy to place an order and collect money at time of payment, then migrate to an actual website. The goal would be, yes, to get to your own website.
I will say, though, that a job form has been really nice because I don't have to hold someone's hand. I'll be like, hey, you need to fill this out. But Heather has set up the job form where you can't continue to the next part of the form until you answer the question correctly. So it's like, are you located in Northern Virginia? If you do not answer that you are located in Northern Virginia because they cannot ship, it won't let you go to the next part. It will be like, sorry, we can only give orders to people in Northern Virginia. So then it goes down and it says, you have to choose. If you can't just fill out the form without choosing what you want.
Yeah, if you're wondering what that's called, the technical term, if you do have a job form and want to set that up, it's conditional formatting. So it's if this, then that. If you live in Northern Virginia, show the rest of the form.
Yeah.
If you don't live in Northern Virginia, show this warning that they cannot submit.
Yeah. So at the end, there's things you can choose. You can choose cake pops, you can choose macarons, and you can choose custom cookies on that form. You have to choose at least one thing to be able to submit the form.
Because you're collecting payment on that form or not?
No, I don't. I have to approve you.
Oh, yeah, that was what you wanted. Darn it. I wonder if you could do conditional logic to say if it's this one thing that you're guaranteed, like let's say cake pop is a standard price, but if custom cookies, then quote only. The last text. Hi, twins. I'm wanting to host my first cookie class and starting the hunt for a suitable venue space. What would you say is a reasonable good venue fee? One space I'm considering is $75 an hour. I'm not sure if that's good or bad because I have no other reference points. Would love some insight. I can tell you what we do, a $60 per hour rate, so $90 per class. That was when we had a paid venue at a work, what do you call it?
Work solutions place, like work away from home place.
Yeah, like those places where you rent an office. And we live in a high cost of living area.
The price needs to depend on what you're charging for your tickets.
What if it's she's doing flat rate. So we have two different types of pricing. Percentage. There's percentage of sale, which I would steer clear, and then flat rate. Flat rate is what I'm going to always steer towards because I can know my cost before I teach the class.
Eventbrite percentage of sales?
Eventbrite is percentage of the ticket price, but I'm talking about venue fees. I know.
I'm just thinking like what's nickel and dime?
Absolutely everything in the whole world. So we rented. Here's the thing: we kind of created a relationship with the shared workspace lady, and she threw in our cleaning times because technically she was supposed to clean.
We got an extra hour beforehand. No one came in after us, so she just let us go. We had to just reset the place to look like it did as we
So
left.
she threw in the hours we spent cleaning in exchange that she wouldn't have to clean. Yeah. So that was how we kind of worked that. So if I'm honest, so we would rent it out 2 hours per class to give us 30 minutes, 15 and 15 to clean up and set up. And then we paid $60. Now, we live in an extremely high cost of living area, and that was an extremely convenient location. I'm going to say it was on the higher end.
It was for how small the room was.
Right. So if you can... Well, okay, now another contingent is how many people can fit in the room, just like you said. So if she has a room that fits 50, then $75 an hour is nothing.
That's why there's so many different factors. You can't just be like, if it's over 40, it's out, you know?
So I did the math. Our percentage, if that room sat 10, which I could think it barely would.
Yeah.
It was 12%. So that was our room rate, 12% per class. Now, somebody in the Cookie College had asked this question. We did the math, and she was at almost 33% per class the venue was taking cut of. I think that's an aggressive venue fee. My goal is to always find the cheapest, if not the freest venue possible, and then go from there. I think 75 is on the higher end of what I've seen per hour.
When I just went to that cookie decorating class from the Batch Suite,
right.
Her place, her venue, spectacular.
Paid.
It was paid. I don't know how much you paid, but I can't imagine that it was inexpensive because it was so nice looking.
So ways to, and I think we've covered this in some podcasts, class venues that I think you can get close to free is things like Joann Fabrics, because you're bringing people into their space to shop. If you can find a Joann that's been remodeled.
So does that
Michael, sometimes.
They used to. I don't know what
someone said you got to check. But those places seem to be designed. Now you could do community centers, but I think you're going to be paying a fee.
Libraries, sometimes you can do it for free.
But most of the time, it's if you charge a profit, you can't use it. Churches, kind of community centers like that. And then we've talked about breweries seem to want to have things to attract people. It's kind of hard to...
Things that have popped up here locally are shared craft spaces.
Yeah.
And it's where you can actually... It's made for teaching. And you rent out the room. It was pretty inexpensive. Remember when they first started and I inquired about it?
Kitchen remodeling showrooms. Those places are just dead zones on the weekends. So sometimes you can say, hey, kitchen bakers, trying to tie that in there. That's actually where we teach our classes now. We did the shared workspace. Again, there's always going to be a fee associated with that unless you can sell them on I'm going to advertise for you. Wineries and
breweries.
Cafes. Yeah. So those, we did host one at a brewery. It was the loudest experience. It wasn't laid out.
There was no door to stop the...
I'm going to be honest, drunk people.
They were just coming in and watching us.
Yeah. And it was very distracting. So they also had music playing for the half of the brewery who wasn't in the class.
And the air conditioning reverberated.
Yeah.
Heather's voice doesn't even travel in normal.
And then they let them order food in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So that is what I'd recommend. I would say start hunting around options. Explore what your options are. $75 is a little high per hour. But if you're charging $100 a ticket, who am I to judge? Your percentage is going to tell you that. So ours is at 12% if you're wondering. And then we were talking the Cookie College. Most people seem to be around 10 to 15%, but 35% is insane. So it's going to depend on how much you're making per class. And how long your classes are, which is why time is money, which is why you'll see Corey and I always teach a class in an hour and a half. If that means we shorten the class, we do.
We do.
Moving on
to...
You woke up like an hour ago. Pep up.
I told you, a heavy lunch makes me tired.
You are at low ends.
If you are familiar with California Pizza Kitchen, CPK, they have a red velvet cake.
I'm going to be honest, people have been sleeping on CPK.
Yeah, because they revamped the menu.
They did.
And it helped them.
It feels like they're trying a little bit hard.
They have a red velvet cake with a white chocolate.
Oh my God.
Buttercream. It's got vanilla bean. So good. But I had that. Now I'm tired. Me and Heather split it. But I said, if I split it with you, I get the back half of the cake.
Do we understand how triangles work where the point is little? This is the longest triangle, and Corey gets the whole back and I get that point. By the time I've gotten
you
through
get
the
all
point,
the whipped cream.
Yeah, there is whipped cream going on. It is the best thing. I was even thinking today, someone's like, I'll charge you $5 for this whipped cream.
I went to Wegmans to try the red velvet after having that one. It doesn't compare.
Do you think it's too cold? Like
it's
the
drier.
Cake is cold? Oh,
no.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Rex doesn't get the
I feel like
cake part.
CP Cake cuts it while you're there. So the sides have never touched air before.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I have to agree. I concur. They also give you free breads. So anyway, what are you telling me about the thing? You brought them into California.
No, I just said I'm tired because I ate there.
Here's a marketing tactic California Pizza Kitchen runs every once a year. You go there, you order your little meal. The waiter says, hey, we're actually running this promotion. And they give you a completely sealed letter on all sides. You know, like when you get the IRS and you have to crunch both
It's
parts?
a very branded letter.
Oh, yeah, but it's like sealed. So you cannot open it.
Yeah,
it's a card.
All four sides are sealed.
Yeah, and it says, on your next return visit, if the manager who signed it and dated it, if he opens this, you could win $50,000. So the requirement is you have to come back and be eating. Then the manager opens.
But you can win up to $50,000.
You were on your phone and you just said that.
But you can win up to $50,000.
It's kind of a smart marketing tactic. I think it could.
To me, I would rather it be a smaller win. But everyone wins something.
If you win $50,000 on Tuesday
like
next
Monopoly.
week. If you win $50,000 next week,
No.
you're going to be obsessed with this giveaway.
We're coming back to serving guy. But if, like, you know the Monopoly for McDonald's? Like, you could win, like, a small fry.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like that, where everyone's winner.
Speaking of terms and conditions, it expires on a certain date, and not everyone's guaranteed to win, and Sean has to open it.
It had all their little prerequisites. Our podcast sponsors, we want to take a moment and thank them, because without them, there would be no podcast to sponsor.
Amen.
Sponsor number one is AE Core Backers. AE Core Backers is retiring.
Dude, this been retiring this for 5 podcasts.
But I'm just waiting until she actually says they're sold out.
It's not retired yet?
Huh?
It's not retired yet?
They're selling them out. They're selling them out till they're gone.
Okay.
Polar White. They're retiring Polar White, but she's doing one last run of it. So I checked with her website. I'm waiting for the details for her to post, but you can get on the list and buy the last one of Polar White, and then they're retiring it for life to make room for new stuff that's coming out this year. You can use code TWINS at checkout to save 20%.
And that wasn't for that website.
You can use code. Wow, my brain.
Yeah. It got turned off back there.
Listen, the CPK Red Velvet is to die for. You're lucky nobody listens to this. You're going to use code Sugar Cookie to save 20% off. It's like,
last but not least.
No, it's sorry.
I say that penne pasta was amazing as well.
You got penne?
Yeah. Chicken.
Kind of like caper.
Royal Badge by Bakety Bake is a meringue powder that has all the good and fixins.
I love it. It is my favorite.
If it was a barbecue dinner, it would have the collard greens and
it would have the capers in there.
So it's Bakety Bake is the company. Royal Badge is the icing, the meringue powder, and has everything you need, including...
It has vanilla extract already in there, so it's tasty taste right out of the bag.
Yummo.
And the great thing, if you're adding vanilla, if you're not using clear vanilla, it will tinge.
Oh, it's that eggplant. It's that eggshell white
cream. Yeah. So then you
which is not great. And you're like, here's your off white.
So whatever's in there, it's bright white when you make it because it already has white. Are you usually
adding it?
No, I never add vanilla.
If you used another one, would you add the? Oh, really? Does it make that big of a difference?
The white, adding the white food coloring makes a world of difference. If you don't add it, it does not look white.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, it looks off-white, a little dirty.
Yeah.
Well, and if you don't use clear vanilla and you use like
tinted, you get
it's
so if you do double down,
so most people will add white food coloring in it just to get it white, but Royal Batch already whips up bright white because it already has that in there, and it already has corn syrup in there.
Softer bite.
Gives it a softer bite.
Who would want a harder bite?
I think you don't worry about it until you do something that's like a big old floral. Otherwise, you wouldn't really know.
Okay, and then does anyone miss it some?
No, we said vanilla extract, corn syrup, and white food coloring.
Yummo. So code TWINS is 10% at checkout. I know they have a 5-pound bag, which people like to keep.
Do you think they're in stock right now? Because
no, you know what? No, they're not. Yeah. Check to see real quick if you don't
Okay.
mind. Last but not least is Eddie, the edible food printer, direct to food. Imagine your printer that prints your kids' homework that they need to work on. Prints directly on a cookie, send it out. The only difference is edible icing, which it's pretty fantastic. Watching this, that they call it the tongue. Eddie's tongue comes out, licks up your cookie, sucks it in, the most colorful colors in the world,
real printer,
and then spits out a cookie with a print on it. I have to actually make Corey design this week so she can go smackaroon, and it's for a corporate order.
Yeah, it is.
Because corporate loves to see their complex logos, and then they have
complex logos, which are impossible to pipe unless you're charging $1 billion.
If you weren't
I could not.
It would be a ridiculous logo.
Is so many letters plus a weird croissant moon at the top.
Then underscore, then smaller letters. It would be a highly difficult. So, Eddie, we're halfway through the first month of the year. Halfway through. It's the 16th. And if your goal was to have an Eddie by Christmas, you could do that. Now he's not cheap. He's $3,000. So how much would you have to save a week? $3,000 divided by 52. We are looking at, you have to save only $57 a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 3 DIY kits. 2 DIY kits, depending on your how much you charge. If you sold 2 DIY kits, I think, we price them at $20 or $30.
It depends how many cookies.
So let's say 2 DIY kits, $30. If we did that every week this year, by December, we could buy an Eddie on just the back of a DIY kit.
How easy, easy.
Really nice gift. And I know that we passed Christmas, so if you were on the night list, you didn't get one. Now you need to reassess your options. And that would be a really interesting way. Now, look, Corey can take these corporate orders that otherwise would have been a no.
Yeah, would have been an hour.
Yeah. So, Eddie, you can check them out. I actually suggest checking out their Facebook group, Eddie Edible Printer Users Group on Facebook. It's a very long name. But find that. You'll get inspired. You'll be able to know the comings and goings. And I'm a refurb girly. You can buy their refurbished Eddie or you can buy used Eddie. And that's where I think it's kind of nice.
I also think it's great that if you buy the used or refurbed and the original person had the warranty, it goes with machine, not the person.
And you still can redeem a fresh new hour on a used machine to get training with them.
And it's in everyone's native language.
And they've extended their operating hours. We could learn a thing or two because we've not seen a thing or two.
I know. And also Royal Bench 1-pound bag is in stock, 5-pound is not in stock.
Oh, darn. Okay.
So there you go.
Fight over it, kiddos.
There you go. Let them know what you're working on in the Cookie College.
The Cookie College. I'll say this challenge that we're working on. We're halfway through the challenge. It's January janitors. And everyone wanted to kind of taste test habits for the new year, right? Here's the thing. When you have to go clean stuff, you're just making some sounds over there. Turning up. Remember last week your stomach played a third podcaster?
I know it's filled with red velvet.
When you have the new year, new me, newly opening that door I've never opened, right? So we're taste testing habits. Yesterday was boot the books.
Boot the books?
Yeah,
little endless.
You buy books, you think recipe books, journals you've used, kind of get rid of them, donate them, recycle them, whatever it is. 2 days before that, it was junk in your trunk. Where you had to clean out your car's trunk. So everyone it's more fun to do this stuff together. And the Cookie College, because it's a lot smaller, a lot more petite, we can kind of manage it better and have these more fun interactive things. Now that's a part of a membership called the Cookie College. It includes that group where you're going to get all of that camaraderie. They call each other roomies. We did not come up with that. Yeah. They're cleaning out their cars together.
We also retired the 2023 Cookie Class kits, but
from the Cookie Class Kits membership.
Yeah, but the Cookie College still retains all the 2023 classes and going to the 2024 classes.
It also gets every membership below it, including the Cookie Class kits, like Corey said, the digital downloads, the Baker's Business Basics, the $2 Transfer Club, and I'm working on a DIY kit thing. But if you're wondering why that seems so much more affordable, it's because we practice what we preach, and that's popcorn priced. Yep, I told somebody the other day, the reason why the college is priced the way it is because it's a much better deal than everything else. We would love everyone to land there because I think you're going to like it the best.
Mm-hmm. Is the Cookie College more work for me and Heather? Yes. Because it's not a standalone product. We're constantly adding value to it. But if you get in there, I promise you will find the value in there and you'll stick around longer. So that's why we want to popcorn you up from the Cookie Class kits, which is more just a download and Wish you
You
the
take
best.
like, you already know how to teach classes. You don't need this anymore. You just I don't even want to take pictures. That's a cookie class kit. If you're like, hey, I want all that. I want to teach class kits. I want to know how to teach class kits. I want to talk about room rental rates and have 20 people help you understand the math behind it. You're going to want to join the Cookie College, and that is at thecookiecollege.com is where you can sign up. $76. You can join monthly and cancel any, or you can anytime, or join yearly and save 2 months.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you have a twin interest? A twin terrester?
I finished organizing my closet. So did I say this last week?
Yeah.
The giving away the nicer things?
No.
Corey in this community group has a give it away Wednesday. Kind of cute idea. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking to myself, because I'm still in my, purging phase. There's a lot of things I have now that I just like. But I'm not using them. So in essence, even if I like them, they're worthless to me. And in the hands of somebody who will aggressively use them, their time better spent.
Better than I am.
So for the Give It Away Wednesday, I've been giving away some solid stuff.
Some solid things.
I know.
They were pining.
Yeah. Some of it had tags on it still. Anyways, that's my current motive is if I'm not using it, if I haven't used it, if I don't plan to use it, if it's under $20 and under 20 minutes away to replace, donate it.
I'm making macarons again tonight. Can't wait for
Where
the first Trader Expo.
Who are they going to? Contest? Giveaway?
No, to the corporate order doing right.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Who was it for? Oh, yeah, blue stuff. Sorry, I got to
literally.
So you're doing macarons and cookies?
Yeah, well, I just want to see if I still have the macarons. It's been a hot minute.
I would love for you to make an overage so we can eat some.
I will make an overage.
Thank you.
If they turn out right. Otherwise,
I don't care.
You don't care if the
What's
ugly
the
ones?
feet? Their feet are big.
If they explode through the top is fine.
I don't care.
They look like a little molten lava.
Oh, really? What causes that?
I don't know. Macarons and cake pops, I've decided, are the same thing. You don't know what you've messed up until it's too late.
Right. It's just revealed at the end when they start bursting.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, well, I better know for next time. Whereas with sugar cookies, you can be like, I can scrape that. I can put paint it gold. There's no painting cracks.
Yeah, Corey brought some cake pops over. They were delicious, but so what's going on with them?
You guys got the bad ones.
Yeah, what was the one with the warts?
Okay, so I did learn this. Okay, so before I was using I can't remember, I think Sweet Tooth Fairy and Michael's, the melts.
Okay.
Love them. They are thicker.
Okay.
So someone said try Merkins.
Oh, it's just a thinner ingredient
It's
chocolate?
a different
Oh, that's so complicated.
wafer. Yeah, they're not technically called chocolate. It's a melt flavored with vanilla is technically what it is. So I tried the Merkins, and if you have trouble with thick chocolate, Merkins was so much thinner.
I'm sure there's an ingredient you could add to thin it out even more, yeah?
Yeah, there you can add the lumps that I added. Okay, so people were like, these Paramount crystals are where you add, and when you add, when you add these Paramount crystals, for whatever God known reason, they don't melt. I said God known reason.
Oh, okay, good. I'm going to find out.
No, they don't melt. So when I dipped in one of these cake pops, you literally attracted every unmelted Paramount crystal. It came out loaded with crystal. It was a crystal cake pop. No one ate it. Which I don't think you can eat those in. Oh my God. So I said, okay, let's stop using these. So then I melted Crisco, which was actually fully liquid. I was like, how did this Halloween cake pop get in here? Okay, so no Paramount crystals. Yes to melted Crisco. Of course, learning phase of the new thing's good. One time you brought these mags here and you had no inside. Yeah, they were lying there. Listen, I'm not naturally good at anything. So I already know. I already know it's going to be horrendous before it gets better.
Yeah. We're getting towards the end. Like, here's the problem. When Corey stops making the mistakes, I stop getting the stuff. It goes off.
When I start getting good, they go to the giveaway.
So that takes us through the podcast. You can learn more about the Cookie College at thecookiecollege.com, but check out the Sugar Cookie Marketing group on Facebook, and the Wednesday newsletter should have a transfer that you can watch. An hour it took me to write
Well,
this
you
podcast.
guys enjoy that snow day.